Hey.
Hey, teacups, it's your girl Monica. Welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. Joining me tonight are Teacup affiliates, Plez.
Hey, happy Saturday, y'all.
Happy Saturday. The Bishop in the building. Hey, Bishop.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. And Schoolboy. Hey, Schoolboy.
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? It's Saturday.
Yeah. Nice and relaxing. I just relaxed today, y'all. I was like, you know what? I need some rest. Ooh. All right, y'all. So first and foremost, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I need y'all to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, bang that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the piping hot tea that we spill on this channel. And while you're at it, hit that like button. All right, y'all. So today, Teacups, on the agenda tonight, we are recapping OWN's new reality show, Belle Collective. We're on episode 2, and Tambra says she was offered $1 million to have a baby with an NBA player. Oh, and Marie is still being messy, y'all. Let's get into it.
A website called All About the Tea.
She told All About the Tea that during the fight,
All right, $1 million, girl. Really? I find that so hard to believe.
What year was that?
They have a baby baby and be a millionaire.
That's what he said.
According to her. Okay, y'all, so let's just dive right into it, okay? So the episode starts with Latrice and her husband, Cliff, aka Zaddy, in bed. And you know what? I was really surprised. Their home is modern. And because I love modern design. And it looked really nice. Must be new. I liked it. I like this design a lot. And Latrice is on the phone with her friend Nell when Cliff walks in and he tells her, he looks at the phone and goes, who you on the phone with? And he goes, Nell, you look beautiful. And Latrice looks at him like, you ain't supposed to be telling my friends they look beautiful. Let's just chit chat about that a little bit. Plus, what were your thoughts on that whole scene?
I like Latrice. I want her to get away from Zaddy as quickly as possible. I didn't, you growing up in the South, or at least the South that I was raised in Mississippi, compliments are nothing. Women compliment each other. We look at booties when they walk past. If a woman is stacked up nice and got some nice legs, you say, oh, you have nice legs. It is what it is. So I didn't take him calling her beautiful any type of way. It's just things we do and say in the South. So that didn't offend me as much as just him in general offends me, meaning how restrictive he is to her. But that conversation, it was fine to me.
You still not feeling Cliff, huh? You don't like Cliff, please.
It's not that I don't like him. I don't really like, or I don't care for any man who gets a woman and tries to rein in their spirit.
My auntie still think he fine though.
If that's your cup of tea, I mean, he's a nice looking older man. I like the more dark chocolate variety personally, but he's again, we can give compliments in the South. He's handsome and attractive for those who operate in that lane. I told you that's big red.
She want a little chocolate.
That was so classy, babe. Who operate in
that lane. I like that. I like the way she's.
She's so professional with it too.
Yes.
Like, I like my man a bit dark.
But if
I see Miss Lipstick.
I know.
Look, I'm like, they gonna think we call each other beforehand or something because we are coordinating tonight, baby. And I ain't even know it.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even know. We didn't even try to do it.
Y'all can't see it, but I got on a red shirt.
Oh, okay. Okay, lady
We
in
see each
red.
other.
And then schoolboy wearing red too.
I
Exactly.
know. Yeah.
Had to
So,
break out
boy,
the
what were
silk.
your thoughts on that little scene? You know, with Cliff just telling Nell she looked beautiful. I didn't find nothing wrong with it either. It was fine to me.
See, it's the way you say it. It's not how you say it, it's the way you say it. And some women can take that a little bit of offensive. Yes, I was on the phone with Babe earlier today, and her and her friend, they was at brunch. And I said, oh, okay, melanin popping. Okay, y'all look cute. But I made sure that I said that both of them look cute. I don't, and it's nothing, it's the way you say things. He got that old cat daddy spirit that be in the club looking at the young girls, getting the young girls. And he look like any man that control you that heavy, Monica, they cheating. They cheating.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
He
yeah.
got some side pieces. I'm sorry. Because you too controlling and he gotta pop up where she at. Why you gotta know where she at? What you got over here, sir? Trust me, there's a side chick somewhere that's benefiting off Latrice's money. She just ain't saying nothing. That's how you're supposed to play your role. You're supposed to stay in your lane, get what you can get, and then roll out. But I really do believe he got that cheating spirit on him. I don't trust them old cat daddies in the club with them light eyes and they light skin and they think they're cute. And no, and Players is right. That might be somebody else's lane, but he ain't cute. Sorry.
He got Players Club written all over him.
Player.
Bishop, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. Y'all stop hating on that brother like that. And both of them is weirdos. She's insecure, and he comes. He gives that old man vibe. But I mean, it might work for them. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not in a relationship, but I think that was too crazy about him saying that the girl was beautiful. You don't tell my friend ain't beautiful. All I kept hearing in my head like, girl, you insecure, and that's why he picked you. All I see is a pimp pro dynamic. Like, girl, where you going at? Where you headed to? You better sit down somewhere. And that's and it works for him. She probably needs some guidance. I don't know. Some people, make it work, like Ice-T and his woman. Oops, that's what it is.
Don't forget, Bishop, bring back Zaddy's money. Send her on out there and bring that money back.
You better put me on that paperwork, girl. You was nothing without David Ruffin.
Oh, eat the cake, Addie Mae. Eat the cake.
I don't want the cake.
He looked like that type too. Yes,
Sell the hair the way I tell you to sell the hair, Annie Mae.
You better get out there and start singing.
Up next is Tambra, Cherie, and Letitia meet for lunch. And Letitia recaps Tambra about the messy brunch where Marie confronted Latrice and about her cheap hair. Tambra invites Letitia to her birthday party and they just chit-chat and stuff. It was a very, simple, non-eventful happening. Plus, sound off about it.
Well, like you said, it was simple and non-eventful. I like Tambra. And I know this is gonna sound weird because it's a weird dichotomy in reality TV. You want real, and so for me, some of these characters feel very forced. Tambra is not dumb. She's made it very clear that she wants to get in media on a national level. So I feel every scene that she's in is very guarded and very calculated. She's only going to show a very polished and professional face. What I do like about her is her sharing her struggles of infertility and other things that women have to deal with. But as far as her relationships with the other women, for me, it's coming across very surface level. Like she's not going deep at all. And, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Very true. She's keeping it very, very professional and very light. I don't blame her though, but that doesn't work for reality TV. It's not going to work unless you bring a little drama. Marie now, she done came from the school of Nene Leakes. She gets it. right? Schoolboy, sound off on Tambra and Letitia's little lunch.
I mean, actually, what was I doing? I was editing the video. Actually, I kind of got bored and just kind of
I did.
spaced out. You know, I low key, I think sometimes I be having ADHD or ADD. Because sometimes if it don't give me attention, if I'm not in the attention seat, it wasn't there for me. I get what she's doing. Like Ples says, she's playing it safe because she's using the reality show TV platform to put her in more other lanes, but she ain't gonna tell all her business. She gonna tell you just enough to keep you interested and take some of it back. So it's gonna give you a little bit, take it back, a little bit, take it back, because she doesn't want to put too much out there. Let's be real. She's not on a national level yet, and that's what she's really trying to aim to use Carlos King's platform for. So I don't really look for her to give us a little that much to me. That's me, honestly. And Letitia with grace and glory, Letitia with grace and glory, you know. Just Lord help them. Let Lord help them.
Oh yeah. Bishop, sound off on their little, lunch.
I don't know what to say because I kind of blacked out a little bit.
Not you too.
but when I came back to, I felt like baby Carrie Hilson was not giving it to me. It like again, she wasn't showing enough. It was like, man, like can we get to a story about you being blackballed by Beyonce? Can we get that story from you? I know you're trying to go into radio and stuff like that. And then I had to remind myself, like, that ain't Carrie Hilson. That's that one chick from the Belle collection. I'm like, oh, this is what I'm watching. So I kind of had to get back into the show. I was a little, feeling a little narcoleptic. I thought, kind of felt like Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13. But
yeah,
think about it.
Yeah, it's gonna need to pick up for me. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. Belle Collective, it's kind of off. This episode was kind of off in terms of speed. I needed to be a little bit faster. I needed to pick up a little bit. So up next is Marie, in her rented office. Clearly that's not. I don't think that's her office. I think that's just some rented office space, for the show. And she's sitting with her business partner, Essie, and Marie, who is financially taking care of her son and his 4 kids by 4 different baby mamas, brings up the messy brunch, and the version of events that she tells is a total lie, in my opinion. I'm like, say what? Latrice never called her out of her name. She just said, that's not my hair. She politely got up and she exited stage left. But according to Marie, she was insulted, and she's a customer, and they don't know how to treat customers. And she plans to confront Latrice at Tambra's party. Now, Marie, okay, I understand she's messy, but at least she makes me perk up and listen. Ples, sound off on that scene in Marie's office with her business partner.
Well, like you said, she does bring drama to the show. But I just always wanted to feel authentic and organic. Nothing about her feels authentic and organic. I mean, the way she put her legs up on that desk to show them red bottoms that she clearly probably had the box under the desk, because them shoes ain't never been worn a day in their life. My shade of red was inspired by her today because it was just the perfect red bottom. Wasn't a scuff, wasn't a mark. Girl, you ain't walk a day or a minute in them shoes. You just propped your legs up on that rented desk, as Monica said, to show off. And real wealth is quiet. And she's just very loud to me, and then has the nerve to look down on Latrice and not call her a boss. You don't have to be loud and flashy, but if you're gonna do it well. So I didn't get all of the, like you said, she was over embellishing what happened to make it more sensational. And then she wants to talk being a customer. Most customers wouldn't go, they would go to the store where they allegedly bought the hair with their complaints. They wouldn't run up on the owner who doesn't sit behind the desk selling the hair at a brunch and confront them. Not a woman of wealth, substance, and class. And I know we'll get into it later. I'll wait till we get to her family part, but she's throwing too many stones to have that family in shambles the way it is. 3 babies under one.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy, ain't it? That's some
lot.
messy stuff. And
That's a lot
she's taking care of all of them. You know, then you got to wonder, what did you teach your son? I mean, I know you can't control kids once they become an adult, but at the same time, why is he so casually having all these babies that he can't take care of? Clearly, there's some sort of enabling going on, spoiling of, and I don't, quiet as it's kept, I don't think Marie has wealth. I think she has a little bit of money. You know, her net worth is likely under $1 million. I don't think it's over $1 million. And, you know, I think she has a little bit of money. It's not wealth, but I also don't even think those were red bottoms. They look like she took them someplace and they paint the red on the bottom of it, if you ask me. That red was off. It was like it was a little pinkish red, a plumish red, but it wasn't the red, you know? Take a look at it. Yeah, they were a little off for me. Yeah, you know, and that desk being so clean. And then this time in this scene, she had the poster board of photos. Did you see that? That she just, we need to spruce this place up. She grabbed that out of her little grandchild's room and brought it in there. Schoolboy.
Monica, you wrong.
Messy business partner, Essie.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, I have been around people with money, and what Pledge is saying is correct. People with money, that you don't know that they have money because they don't move like that. Mm-hmm. They don't. What did Buffy say? When somebody said, I think it was Buffy. Real wealth doesn't.
Wealth whispers and
yeah. So that they. And, you know, this goes back to the quote my mom has always told me: Black people put money in things that show, white people put money in things that grow. Mm-hmm. She clearly is a label, you know, person. And she had to throw them red bottoms up there, which I have seen plenty of red bottoms, and I have dated women with red bottoms. And I wasn't going to call out on the internet. But when I looked at them is not the correct color of a red bottoms. And Christian Louboutin is really specific on how he designs his shoes, because they are not made for comfort. They are made for the design. And when you look at that did not give me a true red bottom. Mm-hmm. But it's okay. I know you trying to say you rich like Nene, but I think it's coming off real forced. And this is not authentic. And then another thing, you know, that son with 4 kids under one. Your son didn't believe in a condom. You didn't teach him nothing about a condom, and you're sitting up here taking care of not only your trifling husband who cheating and going to Anguilla for 3 weeks with who God knows who that woman is. We need to find out who that woman is. Oh yeah, you know, and your son, you taking care of him, putting him through college. So you not only are you paying for his children, you're putting him through college. No, sir. You be out here getting you a jizz. My money wouldn't go to support your kids because I didn't tell them to lay it wide open and spread it with you and make children. That's not my responsibility. I wouldn't be taking care of his kids. She's a better woman than me. And old boy would be working. He wouldn't be going on vacation for 2 and 3 weeks. But you know, hey, either that or she using them dependents on her taxes. But you know, that ain't none of my business right there. I'm not getting into that. You know, I don't know she owed the IRS or nothing. But I'm just saying, if something ain't right up in there and she's just trying too hard. You know what? That was like that scene where they did Yandy when she had that fake phone in her office on Love and Hip Hop. That's what that gave me.
Miss Leah, thank you so much for the super chat. She says she has so many dependents. I mean, dang, I'm sure stimulus was a come up.
You better not have been Miss Marie. Better make over $100,000 since she was
I
a boss.
know, right? Yeah, if she's getting that stimulus check, yeah, like I said, something, even the size of her house and the way it looks. And also, I mean, hair, I don't even buy hair for myself. I'm not saying I got an assistant, but I do have help, support that will go buy it for me. Okay, so you buying your own hair, child, something ain't right. Bishop, sound off.
With this scene of the pay less box shoes under the desk,
Not the pay less.
and with the 90s finger waves, I ain't got nothing wrong. I ain't got nothing against finger waves, but she gives me 90s vibe. Like she stuck back then. And I don't believe she rich. I refuse to believe it as well. Because when I looked at the house too, I'm like, that's like my old house when I was growing up in my childhood house. You know what I mean? 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. That's what it felt like to me. But that ain't none of my business. But and the husband, he probably sick of her, y'all. He probably sick of y'all. And he just looks so sad and uncomfortable. And I don't blame him. He probably like, I'm going on vacation. You got me watching all these kids. I don't feel like watching none of them. And like y'all said, she did some. I don't know. Something went a little wrong with all them kids. And then the son is nowhere. Where is he at? He in jail?
He in college.
Oh, he in college. He in college making these kids.
Yeah, she's paying for the college and the children and the baby mamas.
Oh snap! I should have blanked back in, but I blanked out. I be trying to stay tuned, but you kind of be like going somewhere else a little bit and the shift, and so I'm sorry. I must have missed the importance of the conversation, but it just to me I don't see it. I mean I don't.
I mean I was flabbergasted. I've heard of 2 under 1. That's ghetto twins.
Right.
But he got 3 under 1 ghetto triplets.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, so you was just sticking and moving between everybody, just boom, boom, boom.
It must have been a sorority he was hitting. Hey, where's the mamas at? Wait, where's the mamas at? And they mamas.
The mamas come over to Marie house to get money.
And drop the babies off and stuff. So when they saw him, they saw dollar signs with the mama. It wasn't necessarily him; it was her.
So can y'all blame the father in the situation? Come on now, he a glorified babysitter now. I kind of feel bad
now
for him.
I see why he go to St. Lucia, wherever he go to,
and he looks stressed. Don't he look stressed? Under 1, 3 kids under 1. Come on now, we all know about 3 kids of different ages.
Right.
But under 4 together too. So then on top of that, your 3 grandkids plus the 4 you have with your wife.
Come on now, we gotta cut him a little bit of slack. He at least ain't like a red from the 5 heartbeats. Come on now, we gotta cut him a little slack. Cause that man could be a straight out drunk after all that. Oh my God, bless their heart. Them girls was from the sorority when he broke them off and got them pregnant at the same time.
No, we know better.
Oh, y'all know better? Okay.
Don't go there.
Okay. Don't go there. She's about to get me together. I'm like, okay.
I felt that.
I decline. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna get together. I unless somebody knows me some membership, otherwise. We don't claim them over here.
We don't claim them. Like, no, thank you, sir. Take it back.
Marcella, my love, thank you so much for the super chat. She says Marie had on a bra outfit. That's exactly what I called it. A bra outfit.
I thought that was lingerie. I didn't know what that
was.
She do give me madam vibes, though. I can see her with a whip. I think she got a young side dude. A dude on the side that's young. She
wouldn't be that angry. She would not.
She got too many dependents. I don't think she could take on another one at this point.
You'd be surprised. Like, what you talking about?
All right, y'all. So up next is Letitia. She's strolling down Ferris Street with Miss Dorothy, who is a Ferris Street historian. This scene, this is the scene I enjoyed the most out of the entire episode. The history of Ferris Street is fascinating. I'm going to go study it myself. And when they show the old clips of how bustling it was with all the Black businesses, and it was really, really busy, right?
Mhm.
People up and down the streets. They really do need to bring it back. And Miss Dorothy talks about Barack Obama eating at Peach's restaurant and the man that owns the barbershop. She's talking to him. I just loved it. I really do. Let's just talk about it for a little bit. Plez, what are your thoughts?
Just as yours. I was very proud. I was very interested to see and hear the history. This is something that I actually love, and I wish more people would take on. I hope people take that inspiration. I think after Nipsey died, it became kind of cliche, but look, inspiration is inspiration. We need to invest more in our communities and make spaces for us.
Mhm.
One thing that integration did to our community was take away those types of hubs
Mhm.
because it feels like once we were integrated, we felt like the other places were better. And that's not necessarily true. So for me, it's very important for us to recycle our dollars, to invest in each other, and to grow. I really liked hearing about the building that was 2 stories, that was the lounge and things where Duke Ellington and other people came to play.
Mhm.
And so I hate seeing it boarded up like that, but I'm really proud that Letitia has this goal and this dream, and I hope she can really get it jump started. Um, the diner, I think we all kind of have those little places growing up where it was like, man, everybody has eaten here. Like
Yeah.
I'm new to
Mhm.
the area that I live in now, but I've now found the place that is
Mhm.
like Josephine's for my area.
Mhm.
In
Right.
Mississippi, in Natchez, we had those areas too. And so it was really dope. It was one of the things
Mhm.
that I like seeing in reality TV. So kudos to Letitia, kudos to Carlos King for capturing it because it
Mhm.
was really good.
Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Kevo, I'm just gonna call you Kevo. My eyes are not that great. You read all that. Kevo, thank you for the super chat. They said she got a shoe dazzle deal.
Oh,
And she had to display the product in the episode to get the check. That's what it looked like.
Oh, it sure did. It
It
looked a
sure
real
did.
knockoff.
Yeah, definitely painted on red bottoms. All
Mhm.
right. Schoolboy, what were your thoughts on Ferris Street and Miss Dorothy? I love older people, by the way, too, and the
Mhm.
history that they possess. It just amazes me. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was dope. I thought it was real historic. There's a lot of things in the South and a lot of states that they have like areas where course segregation, so therefore everything was
Mhm.
separate, but equal. So, everybody had to make their own way. But you put back into the community. You gave back to the community. They had, just like Black Wall Street, a lot of people never understood or never knew anything about Black Wall Street.
Mhm.
They had their own money, they had their own town. They had everything on their own. But then,
Right.
when them people got mad, they went in and burnt it all down and took it away from them. So
Mhm.
Mhm.
it's like, we talk about that, but we rarely see that or seldomly see that on actual TV where someone is talking about our history. And I say our history because it is our history
Yes, it
on
is.
TV and explaining it to the younger generation who does not know about these things or it's not being taught in school. Because when I lived and I grew up in Arizona, they didn't teach us Black history. So when I had to learn Black history, I had to actually go to the Barnes and Noble and actually buy a book to learn about Black history because we didn't have those classes. So when I'm watching stuff like this, it's really cool that they brought that into a reality show. I hope that she does be able to, come back and revitalize that area, and it does become, more Black owned again, and we get some new businesses, and you get the younger generation wanting to take a part of that, because that's really dope. And I really wish we would all come together like that across the United States, because we would turn the tide with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like, who was it? Somebody in the chat yesterday was, I guess, taking offense when we were talking about conservatism. And they said that conservatism means if you give a man a fish, you'll have to basically keep giving it to him. But if you teach him, he'll be good for life. And I'm like, that's not necessarily true in our communities, because just as Schoolboy just said, when we had the Black Wall Streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and there have been other very successful pockets of Black America throughout this country's history since slavery was abolished, that when we do get our own communities and we're thriving and we have everything set up, they don't want to see that either. So
No,
they
they
come
don't.
in and burn them down or bomb them or tear them up. So it just seems like we can't win either way, but I hope that this inspires other people to bring that back. And that we can have our own. We have everything: doctors, lawyers, pharmacists. When I grew up, a Black couple left, like, I don't know, I think back in the day it was like Eckert's and Rite Aid or whatever, and started they were a husband and wife. They went to Xavier, they came and worked in those pharmacies, but then they saved their own and they bought their own family-owned pharmacy. Look, we got to use this education and these skills that we got and reinvest in our communities. That's the way we do it. We can't wait on America anymore.
No. Bishop, you want to add anything to the discussion? But
Yeah, I this is the one scene that I had woken up on. I was physically awake, but I was asleep most of it. If you can say, my brain had turned off. But I loved it because that older lady, Miss Dorothy, was giving her the rundown, the history of why these things were so important to us, and especially to that particular city. And in the history, I love history. Everybody know I love history. I love learning new things about history where I could better myself going forward in the future. So, and just to learn about, the different places and what they stood for and what that particular street meant to that city. I was like, that's what's up, because I have living and breathing historians in my family, which is my grandfather and my grandmother. Now I had two sets of them, but I lost, my grandmother on my mom's side and my grandfather on my dad's side, but I still have the two left that's on, both on other side. But they taught us different things as young people, especially me. And this is why they love me, because I sit there and listen to their stories and I'll write them down. I actually did book reports on their stories and what they recorded, what they sing, because it was just monumental with the different things that they sing, and my grandfather, thank God, he's better now. He had COVID. He's going to be 90 next month. The man's seen a lot of stuff from Louisiana, and and it's awesome just to hear him talk about different things and just when he brings up certain things. This is why a lot of us need to quit being against owning guns and stuff like that. We have been brainwashed to think that they're wrong and stuff, but no, that's protection.
I agree.
You very American.
Yeah.
You better register and get your gun. Shoot, that way you can protect your property. That's how you protect it. Because people respect that steel when they be like, all right, young fella, I'll leave you alone. Yeah, you sure will.
Yep. Oh yeah, I agree with that. Don't take away my guns now. Please don't. All right, y'all, let's keep it moving. We're gonna keep this train moving, because at 9:15 Eastern, we're gonna hop off here and go on another live that I created to review the verses. So we're going to move through this thing a little quickly. I'm going to skip Antoinette and Latrice's little discussion at Antoinette's house. Nobody cares about that. And the husband and her. Well, all right, let's touch on it, right? So Antoinette recently divorced her white husband, and she was telling Latrice the reason why she got divorced is because she didn't want to have biracial kids in a racist world. So why did you marry a white man? I'm confused. Please sound off on that.
Okay, quickly. Again, I think it's because she's from Detroit or wherever she's from. I've never lived in the North. I've only lived in Mississippi and Louisiana. But I will tell you that racism is still, yes, it's everywhere. But Mississippi is gone Mississippi. Mississippi is a little different. I graduated high school in 2001. We were still having separate proms. Separate
What?
baccalaureates.
What?
Mhm. Yeah. It's not the schools weren't fully integrated. They were integrated, but
Right.
they were not, because in a lot of these small towns, they
Mhm.
do districting, and they would divide the district up by the railroad track. And so most of the black people lived in the north side of town. Most of the white people lived in the south side of town. So my uncle and three other men sued in 1989, because Natchez is all of maybe 20,000 people, and they got it made into one high school. Well, when that happened, a lot, not all, but a lot of the white people took their children out of the public school system and put them into Catholic schools, other parochial schools, private schools. And so by the time I was in high school, it wasn't called the Natchez High School prom, but the parents would go to one of the big hotels and rent out the hotel ballroom, and they would show up in limos in long formal gowns. I don't know what else to call that, but it was their prom. We knew what it was. So, I think she's just very young and somewhat naive to the ways of the world. And I think being in Mississippi for dental school really jarred her. And so she probably experienced how they were treated just as an interracial couple. It's a hard life. Like I said, if you choose it, I get it. Love is love, but it is very hard. And for me, relationships are already hard. I don't want that added stress.
Right. Exactly.
I can see how she could get into it and not really think it through. And then once it kind of got to her, it was like, I don't want to do this. So.
Yeah. My doctor's office was segregated too. He passed away about, I don't know, 5 years ago. But the doctor I used to go to, I'm in Louisiana too, like Plez is. And I don't live it's a big city, but it's not that big. And it was segregated. And it's just the way things were. I mean, the white people sat on the left side and the black people sat on the right side. And they just, years and years of doing that people just became conditioned to do it. And you kind of want to sit with your own people anyway. And they kind of wanted to sit with their own people. So it really wasn't a problem. I mean, you could go over to the other side. No one's going to tell you to move, but it was just something conditioned, Siobhan says, Monica, please tell the panel they look amazing. Keep up the good work. I love your show and hard work. Plez, you've been killing it. Yes, she has.
Yes, she has.
Y'all look amazing. You do. I love them.
We all have.
Yes.
I try.
And then we burning the midnight oil. So it's segregated. Yeah, it's not that shocking. It is segregated. And just the way things are. Schoolboy, sound off on that scene. What were your thoughts?
I told y'all, I learned. It was a more, people always say to me all the time, they're like, oh, well, you was born in Arizona, so I know it's racist. Yeah, it's racist, but they were blatant with their racism, so you knew where they was coming from, so it was a little bit different. And then when I lived up north, when you live up in Maryland, DC, of course it's called DC Chocolate City because it is chocolate. When you saw a couple that came in there that was biracial in the club, it was like the music stopped, so like the needle scratch. Because it was straight, black people, black men out there. I ain't stopping dating sisters, we all about the black, And so when they saw somebody, they knew that they were either military or something like that, and they really weren't from the area, Then when I came to the South, I was like, hold up, ain't this the same places where they didn't believe in all this race mixing, and y'all up here with the oh, okay, but it's still,
Yeah.
like you said, it's conditioned for y'all to just sit. But I'm like, I'm free. I don't know what y'all doing, but I'm free. Okay, I'm gonna sit where I want to sit.
Hey, I want to acknowledge I added So Debonair to the chat. Hey, boo.
Hey, what's up?
But I get it, and being gay, I'm a woman, I'm Black, and I'm gay. So I've received that type of bad treatment from my own people. I've received it from white people, and I've received it from Latino. So it's like when you've received it from all, you have a different perception of the way you see it. But it's right is right and wrong is wrong. But at the same time, when you decide to be biracial, have a biracial interracial relationship, and you have biracial children, you should know what it is going into it. And if you don't have those types of conversations beforehand, I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds just like Eve said her and her husband never talked about it before they got married.
That's weird. Her husband is racist. And he's not used to Black people. I think Eve is a fetish for him, to be quite honest with you. That's the energy I'm getting from him.
Mm-hmm.
He's racist.
And then she told a story about when they were dating, this weird story. And I'm like, I'm just kidding. I'm like, lie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just.
I don't want to make it too controversial, but is it just me? I think the issue was Antoinette. I don't know her background growing up in Michigan, but I think Mississippi just reminded her that she was Black. I don't.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think the issue is before then she just felt like she blended. Like, I'm one of y'all. All of my friends are white. Like she just kind of grew up in that lifestyle and didn't really see her skin color. But again, Mississippi is different, baby. They gonna let you know.
Yeah.
You are not one of us. Go over there.
Reminder, you Black, baby. You Black. Koja Malik, thank you so much for the super chat. That is why we have a charter school system. Tax for restoration. Yeah.
Resegregation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how I felt about that scene was go somewhere with your life. Nobody cares about you. You're boring. You have nothing to add. I thought you were going to add some dentistry into my life because I like pearly white teeth. But she gave me a number phony, fraudulent. I mean, the acting was bad. I don't understand.
Candace energy. It's pageantry, Oreo cookie. Ew.
It reminds me of those Black girls that went to private school, and so they really don't know how it is to be Black, and then they get reminded that you're Black, and then when you get the reality check that you're Black, it's like, oh my God.
With a little hint of bleaching and light skin makeup.
Can I ask you a question though? Because I was really confused with her storyline because she was saying that she had to make a decision. Well, they were when you are biracial, you have to choose white or Black. But she's very brown skinned. And I'm like, what decision are you making about what people are perceiving of you? Because you don't have the white option.
I thought that was just me too.
Girls like her though, they're not accepted by some. But I'm gonna tell you, girls like her, because I've dated them. They are in a certain class where some Black women will not accept them because they're too white adjacent, and you're not Black enough. And then you have the white friends, but then they low key say racial-ish that'll make you want to slap them too, so you don't really feel accepted on either way. So there you are, just in the middle between both. And I think that's what she was trying to say. She just didn't know how to kind of word that without being controversial. But and I mean, biracial kids go through that too. I have a lot of friends that went through that. They weren't Black enough to hang out with the Black kids, and they weren't white enough to hang out with the white kids. So they were just kind of displaced.
Like, I saw her out on the streets. Like, I would not be debating if she's white or Black. Like, at no point.
But she's trying to get that ashy feline cat coloring. I'm telling y'all that light skin makeup, y'all ain't see it.
The cremation
man.
look.
It's like a mental issue at this point because there's
Yeah.
no way that you're talking about deciding whether you want to be portrayed as white or black. You're not even close to even like you gotta be like me.
That's an internal issue, Debonair. That's an internal issue. That ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah, she
It's
needs
internal.
therapy.
Yeah,
She needs-
the devil tricked her real good. He tricked her out of her blessing of her brown skin. And her dad, shame on him. He should have been talking to her. Because it's something off about her. I want to meet her mama. Is your mama Miss Dorothy?
That's what I was thinking. I honestly, I think this is how Candace is in her mind, honestly, because Candace actually acts the way that I feel like she thinks that she is.
White.
Yeah. She's the Oreo cookie. Yep. All right, y'all. Moving on. Let's keep this thing moving. Tambra and her friend Stash Stylish are shopping, and she's talking about her family wanting her to settle down. She doesn't want kids. She's not ready, but she's feeling the pressure. She says she froze her eggs. She tells us she's 40, which okay, I mean you look 40. It's not can you actually believe I'm 40? No, she said if you're wondering, I'm 40. We weren't wondering, we knew. We can tell.
I thought she was 45, but go ahead, Monica.
Yeah, we can tell. Now for this bombshell, she says an NBA player offered her $1 million to have a baby and she turned it down. Girl.
She knows she would have took it if that was true.
Girl, if you, Tambra.
What year was that?
95.
Girl, I mean, okay. Oh my goodness. Poor baby. Okay, you say so.
She doing a Carly Red. She lying about her.
She looks like a raggedy version of Carrie Hilson in that
Carly
picture.
Red adjacent. Carly Red is pretty to me.
Not after she got them lip fillers. She looking toe back.
Does she? Oh
She
no.
messed her face up.
Look at her new pictures. She got them lip fillers and she got all these tucks up in here.
Oh gosh. Oh Lord.
She messed up.
We're gonna keep this thing moving. We don't care about Antoinette meeting her friend at the baseball field. That was boring. It's party time, and Letitia sits down with Latrice, Antoinette, and their friends, and they bring up Marie's antics at the brunch, and Letitia shuts them down quickly. She's like, we ain't gonna talk about my friend. My friend's not here. I wish more friends were like that. You know, that was pretty admirable. You don't see that a lot. Usually, you know, people are somebody totally different behind your back. So that was nice. Marie arrives wearing a stocking and a brassiere in her back. She was like a linebacker back. Goodness gracious. Tambra arrives VIP style via police escort. That was not a motorcade, just FYI. Like you said. Letitia at their table, and she wants to extend. So Letitia goes over to the table where Latrice goes over to a table where Letitia and Marie are sitting, because Marie's like, I ain't gonna go sit over. I don't want nothing to do with them bitches over there. I'm getting my own table. And she extends an olive branch. She's like, you know, hi, you know, and Marie's face is like, girl, whatever, please, you know. And then it was really, she gave her the girl bye when Latrice made a toast and put her, you know, her cup up, and she's like, I ain't doing all that. I'm not phony. I'm not getting into all that. And look, after she got up and left, Letitia had to school Marie and said, you know, you need to grow up. You need to do better. She's extending an olive branch. The least you could do is, you know, be receptive. Listen, Letitia wants her Ferris Street project completed. She wants that restoration done, and by any means necessary. Okay, Plaz, sound off on that scene. The whole, you know, there and stocking outfit. I mean, it was just a bit much for me.
Well, I'll start with Letitia. I love her. I love a genuine chick. I love somebody
Mhm.
who's the same way behind your back that they are to your face. She showed that her allegiance is with Marie. She had her back. But then, as good friends do, they also call you on your ish. She held
Mhm.
her feet to the fire and said, "Girl, you are too old to be behaving in this manner." Because
Mhm.
be real, Marie knows if somebody came at her neck about her mental health counseling services or whatever she offers, she would not have taken kindly to it either. There is a time and a place for everything. And the way she treated Latrice at that brunch was wrong. It was what it was. I liked when Letitia told Antoinette to her face, "It's okay, girl. I talk about you too. Talk about your wigs. Talk about everything." That was a good girlfriend moment.
She keeps
I
it
just
real.
yeah,
Mhm.
I just like that she is who she is
Mhm.
unapologetically. Marie, it's so funny to me. Again, she's trying too hard. She was overdressed at the brunch, underdressed at the party. Girl, what? We got to get you a stylist. We have to get something together. Nobody wanted to see all your goodies. It just, it was inappropriate to me. I didn't care for the outfit.
Mm-mm.
Um, maybe a lingerie party or something like that. But I wasn't there for it. Latrice, I was proud of her for trying to be the bigger person. People, get this fake stuff wrong. You can be genuine and authentic and still let things go.
Yes.
Genuine and authentic should not equal bitter. Dave
Mm-mm.
Chappelle on Chappelle's show had a skit that I used to love called "When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong." That's what Marie gonna end up being. That's what she gonna be. She gonna be the crazy ghetto person that's like, "Yeah, I'm real," and you
Mhm.
look a cold fool. But you real though, girl.
And
But
I'm
you real.
rich. I can buy all your hair. I'm okay, good. But
Mhm.
uh,
Mm-mm-mm. We're just gonna take maybe one or two calls because at 8, I think in a few minutes we have to hop off here and go on the other live, which just meet us over there, the Versus live, because we're gonna be talking all things Versus. And I wanted to have a separate video for that because not everybody wants to hear about Belle Collective and not everybody want to hear about Versus. So I'm gonna bring Princess on. Hey girl.
love that
Hey
camera.
girl, hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, I'm liking
yes.
this camera.
I got the new camera. See? Like I'm gonna have to give y'all a fast forward version of this. I haven't
Yeah,
had
3 minutes, girl.
Look at here, look at here, look at here. Miss Marie, she did the most. I called it her panty outfit, her outfit. Look, I understand why her husband is out there in the streets. Because first of all,
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
tell you about my own kids. I don't even look as old as Tamra, but I am as old as Tambra. Um, I've told my children, and I have a 21-year-old son, I'm going to be the worst grandmother you'll ever find, okay? Because I done raised y'all. Now it's time for me to be on my thought agenda. Don't you have no kids to tell them that you're going to bring them over here because I don't want to see them unless I call for them, okay? If you have some kids, you going to take care of them, and I ain't going to help you do nothing. I might buy you some diapers and send them over to your house, but don't bring your raggedy children over here because I just raised you and gave up my childhood and my youth for don't do it. Okay. So, you got all them little kids hollering all over the house and you trying to chase them and tell them to get up out the food, get up out the toilet, get up off the couch, try to turn on Blues Clues. Baby, bye. Okay. I go
Blue's
through
Clues.
okay. I don't blame him. He probably ain't getting no coochie because how can you get some coochie and have some adult time when you got all these kids cock blocking all day long? Okay. You
Thank
can't
you.
do it. Okay, plus you got your own children you got to deal with. They knocking on the door, talking about mama, what you do. And when they get older, they know when you doing it, okay? So because I have to listen now, I got an older teenager. One day we was in here rocking, and I was like, one of them is out here in the living room. I think he can hear you. He was like, you know where he came from. I'm like, you can't do this. So I understand. I understand. Okay. Baby, she's a mess. And I don't want your mental health services, child. No. And that girl Antoinette. No, let me talk about Zaddy because I ain't got that much time. Zaddy, aka Pimp Daddy, okay? You know, I like me a little light-skinned man, but here's something about him. I know some real pimps, okay? I'm from Chicago. They had a player ball here. I done had a few pimps try to take me home. So I know a pimp when I see one, okay? And he just
that's a player's ball.
Yeah.
You know, bitch was Don Juan. You know,
I don't know him. I've been in his circles, but you know, Rhodey Mack, I done been in videos with these people. They some real deal. They'll take you home. Like, so I know that talk. You know, that pimpish talk. I know strippers, I know prostitutes. Like, I know that talk, and that's what he gives me, that feeling when you get nervous when you're around them type of people.
Yeah, you got to make some money.
He's
nervous.
Yeah. He's
Need my
a
money
creep
on
that
When they come off, that's what they say. They be like, "Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Like, oh, hey, how you doing? Thanks. Yeah. Let me take you home with me real quick. Oh, I'm good. I got a man, but your man ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Now it be smooth too. That transition of you in that car.
Yeah.
Social work. Social work.
I had one. I said, I can't go. I got my kids was young. I said, I'm just here for the video, sir. I said, my kids is at home. Oh, I'll take care of you and all of them. I'm like, sir, you live in Houston. It's okay. You know, these people really gives me that type of vibe. You got to be careful. That's why he got him a young girl. Pimping starts in the mind, not in the body.
That's true. That's true. And I agree.
Your mind to your mind is mine.
You know what? He really is.
Bishop, who you running game?
Right. You did that a little too quick, baby.
Hey, schoolboy, start my business now.
Oh, Prentice, what happened to Pimpin' Ken? Whatever happened to him? Is he still locked up?
Oh, he's still around. I follow him on Instagram. That's the homie.
Out. I know the feds had him for a while. Is he out?
He's a pimp. He got out. What you talking about?
That's right. That's right.
And they come to the players' ball. They come to Chicago. I was supposed to go one year, like the year before last, and they was like, "You want to be on the program?" I'm like, "No, I just want a videotape. I just want to, you know." I'm sitting at the table, and I'm on the phone with one of the pimps, and I was gonna go, and I was a group of us was gonna go, but then everybody fell apart. I said, "No, I'm not going to no players' ball by myself. Okay, I won't come back. I need some type of protection, like a man with me."
Yeah.
I don't have no guns and nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I just gotta be sure. So I never went. But it's a spectacle up in here. So he gives me it's something to that Zaddy, and we gonna find out. You know,
Are you in Atlanta, Princess?
Huh?
Are you in Atlanta?
Chicago.
Because you know, sex trafficking is very big down here. So I was like, make sure you good.
Oh, I'm good. I know too many people. Like I'm just like one of the homies. Like I'll be sitting at the table, and before I realize it's like I'm like sitting at the table, like, "Oh, y'all pimps," and I'll just ask.
When I
you know, they won't say it. They'll say some other lingo to it.
When I posted Twitter today, and you agree with it, I was like, "We right here." Like he is very creepy.
Yeah.
Princess is right though. I didn't realize that connection. You onto something right there. By the way, you look beautiful, Princess. The hair, you dyed your hair, right? It's a different color. It looks really nice. I like it.
Yeah, I had to take it up to take it back down. So thank you.
Nice. And the lipstick too, girl. It's really pretty.
She's trying to come with some kissable lips too.
I know. All right. Princess, you gonna be on the verses?
I'm here because the boy was on
Princess, follow us over to the verses recap. We're gonna wrap up this real soon. We're gonna be over on the other one. Yeah. All right. See you in a little bit. Bye, girl. I'm gonna add Bernice real quick. Hey, Bernice, we got.
Hey, guys. Okay.
We got 2 minutes.
Only thing I got to say is about the dentist from Michigan. She got the mindset of a lot of the ones who went to the suburbs after the 67 riots for a better, get in the mindset. I'm making money, so I can't be around my people. I got to go around the other people. so my life would be better. And so many of them who are in West Bloomfield and all them great places, now I ain't mocking them. They under the mindset, well, racism is over. I'm making money and I'm living around a bunch of people who are just like me, who are lighter complexion, but it's happening. And she has that mindset. How you gonna marry a white guy and you not gonna have kids? Come on, boo. And Pimp Daddy, oh, he a pimp from way back. I'm sorry, he a pimp from way back.
Yep.
Watch go for the teacuppers. Go watch the Mac, and all your questions will be answered. Okay, that's it. But girlfriend, I'm rooting for the dentist. I love her. She's from Michigan. Go Wolverines. I'm sorry, old boy from Columbus. We'll talk about that another day. But yeah, he's a pimp. She need to be enlightened. But hopefully she will be enlightened and she get with a brother. Whatever. But I'll be there for the verses.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Bernice. We'll see you in a little bit. Yes. And you also joined us, right? So Debonair, I'm gonna send Princess the link to.
Can I say one thing about this?
Yeah.
The one thing that I loved about Marie was this: she had the best etiquette I thought out of any franchise, of any housewife, basketball wife, anything. She did not talk about the issue at that function, and I was like, "Thank God somebody gets it. This is not the proper place to do this." I praise her for that because I'm like, they will destroy anybody's function for a situation, and I love that about her for that. That totally. For a situation.
I'm gonna add Cynthia real quick because she was waiting. Hey, Cynthia, we got like 2 minutes. Hey, girl, you're on mute. Take yourself off of mute.
Okay, hi, how you doing?
Yeah,
I don't even watch the show, but y'all gonna make me watch these shows. And y'all talk about them ghetto triplets. I had the ghetto triplets. I went from no children to 3 children in 1 year. But I feel Princess B about them grandchildren. I told my children, don't have no children till my children grown. So they had children before my children was grown. So I was like, I can't keep your child. I got my own 9-year-old. And then, the baby mama tried to do that thing where she gonna, how when you older, they gonna use the baby against you because you want a baby so bad. I'm like, girl, I got my own child. You can't run me with no baby. But I really wanted to address the thing y'all were saying about the segregated schools. Because down here in the South, the schools are still unofficially segregated. Because I'm the one who dropped the link about and what I was saying was that the tax dollars, a lot of people think that the charter school system is so good because we've already seen those charter school systems kicking the kids out for wearing braids or different things. And we think that that's just resegregation 2.0. And all these little small country towns, they did take their kids out and created them private schools. And they don't want to pay for those private schools anymore because everybody think Florida is Miami and Orlando and, Disney World. But it's a whole lot of country towns up 27. I'm in a one traffic light one. And I like that you brought the fact. And I just wanted to say that this charter school system, this Betsy DeVos, it's not about giving us an entry into schools because they're going to kick us out as soon as they get all them dollars and they're going to start dropping you. They're going to have 1 or 2 or a few of us to say, hey, we're not prejudiced. And I just wanted to drop that in there since y'all was dropping it. And then I'm going to have to go back and watch this Belle Collect because I don't even watch half of these shows, but I do enjoy y'all commentary. So, I just wanted to add that. And y'all keep up the good work. All right.
No doubt.
And yes, watch it so you can come and join the commentary. And then that way you fully understand what we're talking.
I think I'm finna binge it. It's only 3 episodes.
Yeah, I think 2 episodes.
All right. You all have a good one. And I'm going to keep on.
It's on YouTube, so you can watch it for free.
All right. I got cable in this one traffic light town, so I'm going to catch it up.
All right, my love. I'll see you in the versus recap. Okay.
All right, you have a good one.
Bye. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this show. And we'll do the full, where can they find you on the other side on the versus recap. Mods, thank you for holding down the chat. Hopefully you can join us on the other live. And everyone that sent in a super chat, thank you. We appreciate y'all so much. We'll see you in 2 minutes. Actually, 1 minute. Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye.